Listeners beware. There's no turning back now. You've entered the Horror Apocalypse Podcast.
Okay, we laid everything else out, but for the third episode in a row, we forgot to talk about who's going to introduce us.
Shoot. All right, fine, I'll go.
There you go.
We
will have this under control.
I know. I kind of automatically assume it's going to be you. I mean, yeah, that's just what I figure. But I can go if you want me to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you want to give it a small count?
No, because I'm not editing this out.
You're not editing this out? Okay. Fair enough. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Horror Apocalypse. I am Chris, and with me, as always, is my heterosexual life mate, Michael.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Just what's up, guys, huh? That's it. So, we are...
Dibba-dabba-doo. Hey, welcome. Yeah! Woo!
We are excuse me. We are fresh off of another recording, and as you can tell, it's a little late at night for us. So things are getting a little weird, and wacky, and wild. So yeah, you may end up getting a lot of ums out of us, especially me as I start getting tired. I end up saying a lot of uhs and ums. So I'll try to curb it. So, Michael, what's been going on with you?
Well, we've been recording multiple episodes lately at a time, and that's all for you guys, and also for us, because you really kind of flooded us with Patreon picks, and we've got to get this shit out of the way. So,
little bit, but on the bright side, this is the last one so far. We got to do 2 in a row, so
that is true.
The next one's just a single.
I don't mind doing the 2 in the row, though. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna need to pick our different days to record, because we're recording right now on Thursdays, but we'd end up having to go to work on Friday, and we're just sluggish. So we may have to do the 2 in a row ones on a different day. But let's see, what's my horror side quest? Oh, Bad Omens, fantastic series. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. The Antichrist comes to Earth. It's bringing Armageddon. It's too early. It's up for a demon and an angel to work together to stop it. And, I mean, it's David Tennant. What is not to like about David Tennant, Angels, and Demons? Check it out. I highly recommend it. So far, so good. But let's be honest. I mean, Prime really doesn't do any bad shows. I also really enjoyed... What was it, Hannah? I think was the other one. Really enjoyed that one. So,
I like
what about you? You like what?
The Tick. The Tick is really, really good.
Oh, that's not at all what I heard you say.
That's what I figured. So I'm gonna say it again. The Tick with a T, not the other one. T as in Thomas. It's a really good show too.
I thought you said tits.
Oh, I thought you meant I said dick. Oh, wow. That could have gone. That went both ways. All right. Giggity. So for me, I have a long list of things to catch up on Netflix. Specifically, new season of Jessica Jones just came out. I want to it's getting ready to come out. I want to check that out. As well as Black Mirror Season 5 is now out, and I definitely want to start watching that. So that's what I got on my board anyway.
Yeah, I really need to get into this Black Mirror. I hear lots of good things about it, but I have yet to really watch it.
Oh, it is so good. Definitely start with Season 1, and just keep in mind that it doesn't run like a normal Netflix show runs. So you're not going down in the episodes, you're actually going up. So just pay attention to that, because I made the mistake first, and I think I mentioned this back when we talked about Bandersnatch. I made the mistake of starting out what I thought was episode 1. It turned out to be season 4, episode 1, or season 4 episode, like last episode or something. I forget which, but I screwed it up, so I had to go all the way down and restart it. But it is a very, very good show. Definitely worth a watch.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about today's episode. It's Mike's Patreon pick. Mike, what the fuck? All right.
No, I doubled that. Mike
picked a wonderful little cinematic gem from 2011 called The Life Zone. It was directed by Rod Weber. It stars Robert Loggia.
Robert Loggia. R as in Robert Loggia. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. B as in, by God, that's Robert Loggia. E as in, everybody loves Robert Loggia. R as in Robert Loggia. T as in, Tim, look over there, it's Robert Loggia. Space. L as in, look, it's Robert Loggia.
Also stars Lindsay Hahn as Stacy, Angela Little as Lara, and Blanche Baker as Dr. Victoria. The basic plot for this little gem is 3 women are forced to make gruesome series of life and death decisions after being abducted by an enigmatic madman and imprisoned in a derelict hospital. There's more to it than just that, though, but that makes it sound fucking awesome. We're going to tell you for about 35 minutes why it was not. The runtime is 81 minutes. You can watch this on Prime, Tubi if you don't mind the ads, Google, Apple, YouTube, PlayStation. They really wanted you to see this.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they did.
IMDb rating of a 2.0. Rotten Tomatoes of 25%. 25%?
Are you
Seriously,
serious?
it's fucking higher than The Sand was.
Okay, 25%. I have a theory as to why it is, and after we start talking about this movie, I'll tell you my theory.
And Google users, 43% of Google users liked this movie, which is entirely too high, you fucking Google users.
Amazingly enough, The Sand at least rated higher, 70% on Google users versus this. So that at least they're paying attention on this one.
Sand also had a higher IMDb rating, despite you and I giving it 1 star on IMDb. So
still hasn't changed yet.
Nope. All right, so that is Mike's Patreon pick. Mike, thank you so much for contributing to us. We greatly appreciate it. Now go suck a dick, because this sucked. This movie, I hate you. You're not allowed to pick another movie. I'm refunding your $20 that you just sent us. I'm kidding. I'm not going to refund it, and you do still get to pick more movies. But
we're not giving back money. Are we giving back money now?
We're not giving back money.
We already spent that money, though. I mean, we already got gas in the car.
We got bracelets, which, by the way, which we'll talk about at the end of this. I forgot to talk about that last episode. But, yeah, let me clarify the plot for this particular movie. Yes, 3 women are kidnapped. The 3 women that are kidnapped are all pregnant. They're about 2 months pregnant, and they were kidnapped from abortion clinics. They were going to have an abortion. They were kidnapped from there. Now they're being held in this, it looks like an underground basement to a hospital,
Yep.
and they're being forced to have their babies. And every so often, Robert Loggia will break in and, say something with a resounding zap that comes through. And that was annoying as fuck. I can only imagine what you guys just heard coming through your headset. Imagine that through your surround sound system. And now you're face-to-face with Robert Loggia, drinking scotch, doing nothing.
In an ominous room with a weird
room. Yeah, he had that very trippy background going on, really and if you notice, the stuff on his desk kept changing positions. But It's not like this movie had any kind of continuity whatsoever, which Chris will definitely go into more detail with that.
Oh, yes, I will.
This movie, it's nothing but propaganda. Pure anti-abortion propaganda. Now, let me start by saying Chris and I are 40-something white males. We have no room to talk and really kind of give our opinions on abortion. We have no room to tell a woman what she can or can't do with her own body. That is her decision. But this movie kind of throws that out the window. They don't care.
Yeah.
They want you. They want to convert you. They want you to be pro-life. And they are unashamed about it. They go into great detail on why you need to be pro-life and how, well, the end. The end is a huge message, which we'll get there.
By the way, before you go any further on this one, I want to say this now. This way we don't have to deal with it later. The views and opinions expressed by us have nothing to do with either side of this argument. Roe v. Wade or whatever. Okay, so don't come at us, with pro-life or pro-choice, because we're not starting the debate. We don't care. Continue.
Oh, I'll debate your ass if you want to get at me.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Believe me, you don't want that. You're gonna open up such a door you don't want to go through. Just let it go. Let it go. We don't care about that.
Come at me. Let me cut you a deal.
Oh fuck. Oh boy.
All right. Anyway, yeah, this movie is a clusterfuck of clips here and there. It is a mashup of documentary style filmmaking mixed with Robert Loggia. You know what? The best part of this movie is Robert Loggia. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, and Angela Little. Oh my God, she was friggin' adorable.
She was cute.
She was this tiny little Southern girl who was as feisty as a firecracker. Oh my God, she was adorable. I loved it. But yeah, the rest of this movie, no.
I was actually the majority of this. I was trying to peg who is the out of work porn actor. That's the game I was playing. Like who in this movie was a porn actor and couldn't get any work right now, so they just signed up for whatever. That's the kind of caliber I was getting from the majority of the actors in this, especially the documentary actors.
Yeah, this felt very much like a bunch of guys got together and said one weekend, "Hey, let's make a movie," and by Sunday they were done.
You think it took 2 days?
Well, yeah, they kind of had to gather everybody up. That was day one.
Okay, fair enough. So they actually, no, to be fair, they probably gathered everybody on Friday and filmed this on Saturday because Sunday is the Sabbath and it's God's day. So it's a day of rest. You're not allowed to do anything on that day.
That's a good point, because this movie took religious beliefs and just crammed it up your ass.
Oh
they were
God.
Like, you are going to listen to us. We're preaching to you right now, and you're gonna take it.
Oh, you're gonna take it, all right. You were gonna take it hard.
Fistful of KY right up my ass. It was bad.
Yes.
I can't put into words how much I hate this movie. How about you?
I tried to think of words. I really honestly did, and no. No. Absolutely not. This
Okay.
was, yeah.
Let's just do a rundown. We've got 3 women. They wake up in a basement. It's Stacy, Lara, and I can't remember the other one's name. I think it was Nikki or something like that.
Natalie. Yep.
Nikki. No one cares. Anyway, they wake up. One of them, which I think is, I can't remember the one that's still asleep, but they all seem to wake up at exactly the same time.
Oh no, I'm
Natalie.
sorry.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Natalie. It was Stacy. Stacy was the one who was still asleep, I think. No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't matter.
Again, no one cares.
Exactly.
We've got like 3 people listening to us right now, and they don't care either. they wake up at exactly the same time. They're eating, they're doing this, they're doing that. In comes Dr. Victoria, and she's telling them that yes, they were kidnapped from an abortion clinic. Yes, they're being forced to give birth to these children, but they're going to, over the next 7 months, be exposed to the benefits of having this child and these different views, and they're going to watch all these movies and documentaries, and then they're going to have a think tank and discuss for 7 months. I'm salivating right now how angry I am. They're going to do all of this, and one of the girls is a lawyer, one of them is a nobody, and well, they're all nobodies, but one of them plays a nobody, and this, that, and the other, and they're so hell-bent. One is I am definitely not having this baby, and she ends up like jumping off a ladder to kill her baby.
That would be
they
Stacey.
talk. What's that?
That was Stacy.
Yeah. Yeah. She jumps off the ladder and breaks dishes and blah blah blah. The only thing I did like of this movie, and I don't know why I liked it, but it seems like they took these people and then they went to their family and said, hey, Lara was going to abort her baby, so we've kidnapped her. We're holding her prisoner. Would you like to record a video message to her?
Hold on. Holy shit. All right. Thank you for bringing this up. Okay. In what world could that scenario happen, and then the family member record a lovely message saying, we're proud of you. You know, it's only going to be a little bit longer. Good for you for not having the abortion. At what point in time would any family member do it? Any caring family member do that? You know, and not just go, you're out of your fucking mind, I'm calling the police. You know, or try to get the cops involved. Nothing. You know, oh, fuck. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, that's part of what I was getting at. I mean, this is so... They're trying so hard to force their message down your throat that continuity, which you get to go into in a second here, continuity, the plausibility, everything is just null and void. It does not exist in this movie. Now, but the messages that the family members were recording and the interactions with them, it seemed very emotional. And there were a couple that I actually kind of got invested in, like when the father's talking to his daughter, and he's telling her how proud he is and blah, blah, blah. That, you know, was kind of emotional. I didn't get choked up or anything like that, but it did start to pull me into it at that point in time. But that was all thrown right out the window at the 33-minute mark. And why was that, Chris?
Well, continuity, ladies and gentlemen. Continuity is very, very, very important. Now, lots of movies, you know, they do have little errors and stuff like that you can probably, you know, ignore or whichever. Like an actor's accidentally wearing a watch in one scene and it's gone the next scene, or his hair is parted one way and his hair is different in another way. Little tiny things, whichever. Not like this. Not to the point of you have the three women. Okay, the three women are all sitting on the couch. The doctor is talking to them. The third woman to the far right. Okay,
that was Stacy.
Stacy. She's eating Cheez-Its and is in the direction. She is looking in the direction of the other two girls sitting on the couch. Okay, so she's eating Cheez-Its, having a conversation, saying her piece. In the middle...
Feet up on the couch.
Yeah, feet up on the couch. In the middle of her conversation and her still talking, the scene changes to all three women staring at the TV. And then changes back to that first scene again with her talking. And this is at the 33 and 22 minute mark. Now, I'm watching this movie last night with my girlfriend, as we normally do, because if I'm going to be tortured, I take her down with me. We're watching this movie, and this happens, and I stopped and went, did I just have a stroke? Like, did I just see that? I really thought I had a medical condition that was starting. And she said, what just happened? I was like, hang on a second. I rewound it just to think that maybe I fell asleep for a second or something. No, No, I did not. I did not fall asleep for a moment. This happened at 33 minutes and 22 seconds. So this movie's available for free on Amazon Prime. If you would like to see at least just what a horrible continuity error is, I suggest you look at this. But the second that happened, immediately infuriated me to the point of wanting to abort this movie. Is the best way to go about it. But we couldn't because we had to finish it. So that's the first one. You may continue.
Now, I would like to take this moment to say that Webster's defines continuity as the maintenance of continuous action and self-consistent detail in the various scenes of a movie or broadcast. What this movie and Rod Webber actually did was said, hold my beer, and then we're treated to the 45-minute mark.
Yep.
Have at it, Chris.
Well, 41 minutes and 36 seconds, to be exact. You see, because when these errors happened, all I did was text Michael the time. And I'm sure his thought was, what the hell does that mean? And then it happened again, and I just sent him the time. And I sent him the time for this exact moment, so this way I would remember what times these happened. I'm trying... Now, this one didn't infuriate me as much as the first one did, but it was the fact that it happened again. A first one, I may be able to let it slide. A second one, that means I'd give no shit about what it is I'm putting together, and you're just going to get whatever it is I give you. The second one, if I remember correctly, occurred when Stacy, I believe it was Stacy again, is walking to the door, or a door, trying to open a door, and it happens twice. And there's no, if I remember right.
She's walking across the room because she just woke up out of her middle of the night sleep. She's hearing a noise that she thinks is coming from the other side of this door, and she starts walking towards it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And it definitely happens twice, for no reason. Now, when this happened, this is continuity error, like I said, number 2. I again said, "Am I having a stroke?" And my girlfriend said, "No, I don't think you are." I was like, "Are you sure? Because I swear this happened the second time." So we rewound it and watched it again and went, "Nope, not having a stroke. It happened the second time." She actually brought up a point, and it made me think for about a half a second. Did the director do this on purpose? Was he purposely doing this as some kind of weird thing happening as part of the story? Especially when you find out what's happening at the end. Was it done on purpose? I think no, but go ahead.
You know, I was trying to think that as well, where once we find out what is at the end, what the surprise, what the twist is at the end of this episode, is that part of it? Is this part of the story? This is part of the torture or whatever? No. It's not. Because it's the exact same scene, but the audio continues over it. She walks to the door very slowly, opens the door. She's scared because of Dr. Victoria is right on the other side of the door. They have their little banter. While their banter is going on, she's walking across the floor towards a closed door. And as soon as she opens the door again, it picks up right where it's supposed to be. Yep. So that... Michael, you owe us still. This,
yeah. That's only part of the fun of this movie. Aside from it being like just what you said, an enormous propaganda against abortion. We didn't have enough time to do it, and I was working during the day today, so I only had a little bit of time to be able to look into this. But I really wanted to see if there was some kind of religious organization backing this movie.
There was.
There was. Okay, good. I'm glad you were able to look. So
let me. I noticed it was like a Christ Faith Church or something. Let me look it up again here.
That would probably explain a lot of these. Okay, during this movie, they're forcing these women to watch documentaries and like fake talk shows and stuff like that are all trying to give you the Roe versus Wade arguments. And A lot of these people who, like I said, I was trying to figure out who was the extras, who were the porn stars who didn't have work that week because of the acting abilities in this. If that's the case, if that was really a religious organization that was backing this movie, then that was probably some of the people in the clergy or in the members of the church that may have volunteered to act in this just so they could argue their points. That makes sense. That really does.
It could very well be. Now, the writer, producer, director of this, or writer, producer, Ken Del Vecchio,
yes,
he was actually a former New Jersey judge who had a run for Senate, which that I did not remember.
I'm going to guess he was very much pro-life. Is that going to be...
That would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, especially since he wrote this diatribe.
Yeah. Oof. That's too nice of a word, by the way, for this. For this utter piece of trash. Utter piece of trash. I don't mind if people have an opinion. I really don't. You know, you're free to have whatever opinion you want. It's America. You know, it's a free country.
Oh, no. I strongly disagree. You are not allowed to have an opinion that differs from mine anyway.
Okay, the fact remains that you cannot have an opinion that differs from Michael. But ultimately, everyone's allowed to have an opinion. But it just really felt like, instead of just saying, here's my opinion on this, it was a, here's my opinion, take it. This is the only opinion you're allowed to have. Take this opinion! That was this entire movie.
And there's one scene in this where they're watching a video, and it's sort of a... I don't get it. There's two guys, and they're talking...
I know what you're gonna say. Keep going.
They're like, I'm gonna take the stance of the radical pro-lifer, and I'm gonna take the stance of the I want to kill my baby person. Okay. And one guy's a chain smoker, the other one's down in deviled eggs.
He's eating eggs. I love that.
They're going back and forth, but they're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
They both are saying the exact same thing. There was no two sides to that coin. It was one side, they're repeatedly smacking it into your forehead while eating deviled eggs.
Yep. And I really thought that the whole sole purpose of the guy eating eggs, by the way, was kind of ironic, because they're talking about a child, you know, and he's sitting there eating eggs. To me, that
deviled eggs.
Yeah, for that matter. And I just thought that was funny. I was like, that was the only time I chuckled during this entire thing. I was like, ha, look at that. He's eating eggs. That was it. That was probably the only spark of any type of creativity in this entire movie, was that.
You know, I'm trying to find the details on this movie, and I can't find it, which is actually good.
Not sure how that's good, but yeah. So where did we leave off? While you're searching for that, let me catch up a little bit. I know we just mentioned the second continuity error, so we can push on from there. One of the goals that the Doctor says, and I think Robert Loggia also points out, is that all three of these women will have the babies simultaneously, which is kind of strange. So the first person whose water breaks, I believe, was Lara's character, or the character of Lara, who's Angela Little, the one that you find very attractive. I believe her water is the first one that breaks.
Oh, she's a former Playboy model, by the way. I just read that.
I'm gonna have to check that out. So,
me too.
Which also explained why I was thinking that some of these people were ex-porn stars or porn actors. That woman definitely gave that vibe from that. But anyway, so her water breaks first. If they're supposed to be doing this simultaneously, wouldn't all three of their waters break? Because the very next scene after her water breaking is all three of them giving birth. You don't see the other two's water break. All of a sudden, they're just all up on the tables giving birth. And the Doctor's swinging between three women, trying to help them all out, going back and forth. Delivers baby number one. Here's your girl. Delivers baby number two. Here's your boy and or girl. Trying to deliver Stacy's baby, however, we find that Stacy has twins. And Stacy's the one who did not want to have a baby to begin with at all, because her baby was from was it a boyfriend or husband that the moment that they found out she was pregnant, booked it. So that's why she decided she wanted to have the abortion. So she wanted nothing to do with this baby, and now she has twins. The doctor is trying to hand her the babies, and she's like, no, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. She wants nothing to do with these babies. We then cut to the three women in bed. Baby number one, parent number one, we're going to say is Natalie, has her baby. Baby's nice and quiet. Baby number two, Laura's baby. Baby's nice and quiet. Stacy, on the other hand, is humped over in her bed, squeezing her stomach and saying she's in pain, and the two babies are off to the side just screaming, and she's doing nothing about it. This is when the doctor comes over. Do you want to say what the doctor says, or do you want me to say what the doctor says?
It's impossible. This can't be. This is impossible. You're pregnant.
And immediately at that point, the other two women disappear. The babies all disappear. What's left on the walls are now upside down crosses. And we are treated to Robert Loggia again. Zap! And what does Robert Loggia mention?
Yeah, that they're dead and in hell.
Yeah. So apparently, Stacy died on the abortion table.
Which doesn't happen.
Which, doesn't happen. The doctor committed suicide because she was unable to have children, and her husband left her for that, and she committed suicide. So they're both in hell, doomed to repeat the same pregnancy, 7 months, giving birth. Pregnancy, 7 months, giving birth for eternity. And we do get one cool effect of Robert Loggia's eyes lighting up like a little satanic. That was actually kind of neat. I'll give him credit on that one. That was fun.
That wasn't a special effect.
Oh, that was actually Robert Loggia's eyes?
He had drank so much scotch. Yes.
That he was just glazed over. That's how he got through the entire shoot, which probably took him a whole whopping 20 minutes to film, especially at a man at his age, because only a short 4 years later is when he passed away. So December 4th, 2015. I went and had to look that up. And for a guy who was in so many fantastic movies, I am so glad that this was not his last movie. Once I saw this, I was like, when did he die? When did he die? And I was hoping that this wasn't his last, and thank God it wasn't.
I want everyone associated with this movie, with the exception of Angela Little, to suffer in some way.
To be fair, the actress who played Stacy, Lindsay Hahn, she was cute in her own right. And if you looked at her filmography, she's been around for a little bit. She was in The Village of the Damned. So I'm going to guess that she was probably a child back then, as well as she was in the movie Shrooms.
You're not helping the case at all.
Oh, come on. Village of the Damned. Kirstie Alley, Christopher Reeve?
Oh,
come on.
Sorry, I was thinking The Village. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Village of the Damned was good.
Yeah, not the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
What a twist.
What a twist. So yeah. And also to point one thing out, Angela Little, when I went and did, try to dig her up a little bit, the last podcast we did, the one on the sand, we talked about an actor, Barry Gilbert. Barry Gilbert. Cleo Barry played the character of Gilbert. Cleo Barry. He was in a TV show at one point in time called The Idiot Sitter. Angela Little was also in the same TV show, The Idiot Sitter. Plus, she was in several Larry the Cable Guy movies, an episode of Reno 911, and my personal favorite, Busty Cops.
Ooh.
Yeah. That one is also...
Busty Cops, you say?
Yeah, that one is also available on Amazon Prime. No, I'm kidding. I didn't look that one up.
Well, it seems that Angela Little was Miss August.
What year?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I haven't gotten to a year yet. I'm just looking at all the pictures.
Well, if she was a Playmate, so we're gonna have to figure that I don't think they put Playboy in print anymore. So at least they don't have any centerfolds anymore. I don't think.
Oh, yep. There's Busty Cops.
Up there you go. What year was Busty Cops? Was that 2007? Something like that. I think it said.
Does not have a date. I'm just looking at the pictures.
Oh, you just.
Oh, but it does have a sequel.
Ooh. Oh, Even Buster? Is that what it's called? Please tell me it's called Even Buster.
No, Busty Cops 2 with Nikki Nova, Hannah Harper, and Katie James.
Wow. I'm going to have to watch that.
But there's also a Roadhouse 2, and let's not discuss that.
It was needed, okay? It was needed. So, with all of that being said on this fantastic film, really fantastic film, I think we can start giving this thing a review at this point.
Well, how about I give you a review? You just said this is a fantastic film. This is why people don't want you picking movies anymore.
It was very sarcastic. At least in my head, it sounded sarcastic. Did it not sound sarcastic?
Oh my God. I just tacked on the word Playboy to Angela Little's Google search.
And?
Yep.
All right, now you're going to
Yabos.
You're going to make me look. Did this movie just gain a point just based on that?
These Yabos weren't even in the movie, and it's getting a half-star bump.
All right, I'm going to search it.
I'm kind of getting a half-star bump.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Wow. Angela Little. Nothing little about you. All right, anyway, let's just rate this shit and get it over with because Mike owes us. And yeah. Somebody just searched Angela Little with Playboy.
Wow. I got to end this podcast right now. I got to go do something. Oh my God.
What would have made this hilarious is if there was like a hang-up sound, like a click click.
Like a click. Wow, she is quite attractive. I'd love to know what year this was, but
I don't care.
I'll look that up in my own time. Sorry.
All
so
right.
we were saying.
So let's talk about the positives of this movie. Positives are Angela Little.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I stop. No, Robert Loggia. Robert Loggia. I will not deny Robert Loggia.
I will.
Oh, come on. He's fantastic.
No, seriously.
You know
Come
what?
on.
You should probably not even do that. You should just put in Robert Loggia doing that.
You know what? I may do that. Now that I can actually rip the audio, I can probably do that. But oh my God, this. Okay, I have my own firm beliefs on this whole abortion thing. I don't believe I have any room to talk about it. So to have this propaganda film shoved down my throat and basically telling me everything that I believe is wrong, and here's why. The acting, terrible acting. Yeah. And next to, let's be honest here. Next to Julie Strain, has there ever been a Playboy actress who could act? This movie had so many subpar, quote unquote, stars thrown into it, and they didn't mix well. You know, one person was just walking around his own house talking on a phone to one of the other characters. Which again, this whole big twist of them being in hell makes no sense because we're led to believe that she's talking to him from the bunker, right?
No, I think that was supposed to be a flashback.
Well, they did a horrible job of.
Yeah, she's sitting at the kitchen table in the bunker, drinking like warm milk or something, whatever it is that they drink down there, and it looks like she's reminiscing of how she got to where she is what it looks like. So
okay, they did an absolutely horrible job of that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
No nudity whatsoever. No babies. No babies. This is the thing that got me. Stacy just delivered twins. Dr. Victoria's holding, well, I'm assuming nothing because you never see these children.
Nope.
She just delivered two babies, and she's the Victoria's yelling at her, hold your babies, hold your babies. No, I don't want them. Hold your babies. No. We never see a baby.
No, never. Never.
Maybe baby? Maybe baby?
Maybe baby.
No baby.
Maybe baby.
No baby.
Maybe baby.
No baby, baby. So, so I wish I could give this movie a 0. I really do. And I probably would if, you know what? I have a movie now that is worse than 13 Ghosts. So I mean, yeah, this movie gets a half star only because of Angela Little. That's it. Everything else about this movie, I can't recommend this movie. I will not recommend this movie to anyone else. And when I'm done, I'm going to forget that this movie even existed.
I'm with you. I'm with you on all of that. Pretty much, you took a good chunk of the words out of my mouth. This movie does only get the half star because of Angela Little, especially after I almost want to give it 1 star just for the sake of everything I just saw about her in Playboy pictures, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm keeping it as a half because she didn't show it in this movie. I have this feeling, and I could be wrong, but maybe with a little research or whatever, we'll find out whether it's true or not. I just have this feeling that this movie was not made to be worldwide distributed the way that movies really are, like to be made. I have a feeling that this movie was made to be played in like a church youth group to try to scare them about abortion. It just has that feeling to it, like it's so low budget, so like made on the cheap that I could see them doing this, like just getting these poor kids who are doing the Sunday school or whichever, and being forced to watch this on quote unquote movie night or whichever, and I just have that feeling. I don't know what it is. I
could see that too. Now I'm a Satanist, but when I was young, I was forced to go to church and all that other stuff, and I used to go with my nephews to Bible college. There's a Bible college out in Point Siena that we used to go and hang out at. And they did the same thing. They had movie nights and, teen nights and things like that. But even they didn't show this shit fest. I think the last movie I remember watching over there was Gremlins. I mean, but even they wouldn't show this that I saw anyway. So, I mean, I see your point. And, oh, God, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm jumping in on your review. No. Hey, you're right in the same boat there. So, I mean, ultimately, I would not recommend this movie to anybody, a single person. Maybe somebody you don't like. Maybe you lie to them and say this is the best movie ever made, and give it to them to watch. So this way, you know that it's going to be horrible for them, and get a little enjoyment out of that. Outside of that, this movie should never be watched ever. And during the digging of looking up information on this movie and everything, I came across something. I shot a little message to Michael earlier today. God.
That I think we need to talk about. So, as we've been talking about this movie, a sequel to this movie was made in 2017. Now, knowing what we know of this movie, where the ending of this movie is them in hell. Okay, it's been said they are both dead. They're in hell. They're going to redo this for the rest of eternity. Well, boys and girls, this sequel, Cries of the Unborn, in 2017. Has a little bit of a different take as to what is occurring, by basically taking the entire first movie and saying, yeah, no, that's not what happened. That's not how it ended. This movie takes it to make it appear that these women really were kidnapped, and the people who kidnapped them are now put on trial. And I can only imagine the piece of shit that this one is. And looking at some of the reviews that I've read anyway so far, people said the exact same thing. So, Would I recommend the sequel after not even seeing it? Oh God, no. No, 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 no.
I can say that there is no way in hell I will watch that movie of my own accord.
Nope.
Based off of what Life Zone was, there is no way in hell, no pun intended, that I will watch Cries of the Unborn. With the exception of somebody paying for it, of course. But there's no way I'm going to watch it.
You know, I would even almost say that if somebody then gets a wild hair up their butt and says, ha ha ha, I'm going to throw money at this and make you guys watch it, it's not $5, buddy. I'm saying if you want us to watch this piece of trash, you're throwing a 10 spot at it. I'm sorry. Yeah, no.
That pick 2 tier that we're talking about for Patreon, this actually counts as both of them.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is just horrendous. As even an idea. So
what are you giving it?
A half. And
Half star.
I could, yeah, and a half star. And that's, like I said, it's for the exact same reasons. And I would have given it a full star, just because Angela's kind of cute and she has some really nice boobies in Playboy. But she didn't show them in this movie, so it gets a half.
I'm actually gonna look and see if maybe she's done a movie maybe called Angela's Asses that maybe I can check out.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyway, Mike, fuck you.
I don't even know you, sir, but fuck you as well.
Yeah. Oh, I just unlocked my phone and it went right to those pictures again. It's all right. Let's just we're done. We're done with this movie.
It's so
let's
done.
move on. Thankfully, our next movie coming up is another Patreon pick, and it is actually a good one. Somebody gave us a good movie. Kane, thank you. Splinter is our next movie. It's a fantastic movie. It's put out by Magnet. The first time I saw it, I think, Chris, I don't think you had left Florida yet. I think you were still in Massachusetts. I think you were still down here. I don't think you were in Massachusetts yet.
Okay. So it would have to be 1997. That's the case. At least 97.
Let me take a look here. But I'm pretty sure we may have even watched it together at one point in time.
Splinter?
I'm looking at... No, it's from 2008.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, it doesn't sound that familiar to me.
It's a great movie. I will say that. I'm actually really looking forward to this one. I just hope it lives up to my memory. But that's how it's done, people. You pick a movie that you think we're going to enjoy, you send it to us, we work it. But that's our next episode. That's what's coming up. Now it's time for that ever-popular, ever-famous... This is the part where you probably skip forward to the end, but we're going to do it anyway. It's our self-promotion. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Vero, Snapchat, which Chris doesn't keep up with. You can also email us at horrorpocalypse@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon. We have tiers as little as $1 each, and maybe by the time this one comes out, we will have our new tiers up and ready to go. Chris and I are discussing building our new tiers and what the rewards will be for that. And that's pretty much about it. Oh, don't forget to listen to us on Google, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, anywhere you can find podcasts. Rate, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. It really helps us out. Right now, I think we're running only 7 ratings and 5 reviews, but all of them are 5 stars and great, so thank you so much, guys. Keep it up. Get your friends to rate, review, and subscribe to us as well. That's pretty much all I've got. Anything you'd like to add, Chris?
The only thing I can say at the end of this one is I'm glad this is done, and this has been put to bed, never to be watched ever again. And if it wasn't for the fact that we just recorded talking about it, I would also say never spoken of ever again. So outside of that, I got nothing else, but I love Lamp.